Hungover.
Hungover.
Hello. Hi, everyone. We're live.
And hungover.
But not alive. We are struggling.
no.
We are.
Only in the strictest sense of the word.
The
Yes.
struggle is real.
Is it? It's too real. It's too real. Turn it off and turn it back on again.
Emma, get the pillow. The struggle is real.
Yeah.
You are very welcome along to Rise of the Forsaken, Chapter 12, Once a Pirate. I am Declan, your Dungeon Master, and please be nice to me today.
We're so fragile.
I'm so sleepy. Being in your mid-30s sucks. Like, you can't do anything anymore. It's
I know.
terrible.
Hangovers are not worth it anymore.
We were all hanging out together yesterday, the Rise of the
In the
Forsaken
real
gang and the Romance
world.
of the Dungeon gang. It was great fun, but we're all paying the price for that today.
That is correct.
Regiment poisoned us all with Jägermeister, so that's why we're like this.
Jägermeister and mason jars.
I didn't drink the Jaeger because I don't hate myself.
Well, Regiment also makes a mean whiskey sour.
Oh,
Sure
the best.
does.
Boy.
You may have noticed we are missing Kat this evening. So Mooney's little side adventure will take place in our next stream. But I am joined this evening by James, Eilish, Emma, and Fiona. And tonight, the duties of recaps
Oh, God.
goes to Diara. This is going to be actually particularly short because she was probably unconscious for most of the session.
So anyway, I woke up and then these guys were standing over us and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but now we're having dinner and yeah. The end. No, I'm just kidding.
I would have expected
Oh,
that, frankly.
Radius Unla's in the chat. That's the
Hello.
fan artist.
Oh, hi.
Hi,
My favorite
Rad.
fan art.
If you go on our Discord, and I think Eilish put them on the Twitter.
On the
Uh,
Twitter.
On the Twitter, she did a fan art of Regiment and Mooney, and they are just beautiful. So thank you.
Yeah, I loved Regiments.
kids.
I genuinely cried a small bit. So
Oh,
yeah,
That's well.
thank you for that.
It's all a great way of distracting from Diara's recap.
yes,
Yeah, right?
excuse me. Please,
And
please
then,
continue.
so I was talking that whole time. You guys just missed it.
No, you weren't. We were looking at the subtitles.
You weren't working. Okay. No. So like we were just in the middle of having a drink and waiting for our sandwiches. They were supposed to be roast beef, but there was mention of goat. I don't know what the fuck was happening. Anyway, Mooney went off to see where our sandwiches were and she was taking a while. So then me and Umbra and Nora and Reggie were just kind of having the chats with Targle. And then this roaring started outside. This guy was fucking pissed because Nora gave him a look like, what a bitch. But anyway, he went off and told his little boss man. And then there was a fucking blast. And then I woke up and Umbra was like healing me because that's just what we do. And then I just got really pissed. So I screamed at them. And like a few of them went down. And then I think that kind of impressed the boss man because then he was like, you know what, guys? It's chill. Let's go have some food in my big old house. That's actually kind of a shithole. And then I don't know, he was trying to be a big man. And then Reggie was trying to be a big man. So then he shot Reggie. And I was just like, Reggie, man, fuck. So like, then I had to heal Reggie, but also have a conversation with this guy and try and convince him that we were there for like legit reasons and not because Tilly stole Umbra's fancy potion that we don't know what the fuck it does. Anyway, so like Tilly's off in some cave with Mooney now and the wolf. I think she said his name was Seamus. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so they're off in some cave. Then this boss man, pirate / mayor / criminal has asked us to go get something for him, and then he'll get Mooney for us. and I don't really know. We were kind of in the middle of a conversation, and I kind of either somebody knocked me out, or I spaced out, or maybe the stream ended. But that's the last thing I remember. And here we are.
Bravo, bravo.
Excellent job.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Inspo.
Absolutely.
He was asking, yeah, you can have inspo. He was asking when the campaign is over, can you do an abridged version video where you just put all the recaps together?
Oh my god, what a story that would tell.
We'll have
You
the
do
Rise
it-
of the Forsaken wrap, all the recaps. And
That wrap has to go out this week. We
Oh,
owe-
yes.
yeah.
Oh, lads.
We were supposed to record it last night, but then there was Jaeger.
So
Good
we will
thing we
we will put out the original version of the rap, and then the Mooney
No.
version will follow after. Right,
No.
Fiona?
No,
Because it was for charity.
no. I'm going to redo it with Mooney and you in it.
Oh.
And I'm thinking of some choice words for your verse, Declan. So.
Okay, so try best, creative, extravagant,
Oh.
well written, and
Orange.
inspirational.
Very different to what I was thinking, but
Care to give us a sample of it on stream?
no,
Oh,
absolutely not.
Hmm.
My brain is already running at about 30% slower than usual, so good luck with that.
Okay, right. Okay, well, this is going to be a very interesting stream then. Before we kick off, James, did you just smell your hoodie?
I was wearing it yesterday. I don't know what we did.
Ooh, does anyone want to tell him?
For everyone's benefit, it smells fine. We're all
you.
very clean,
Hygienic.
hygienic people.
Did I get inspiration? I can't remember what
Yes, you got inspiration.
Okay, thanks. Also, I forgot to mention the glowing pile in the cave that Mooney found. I'm just looking at my notes.
Of magic stuff, yeah.
And
Yeah.
the shard.
And
of
the
mirror.
shard. Shard's pretty
And the
important.
shard.
Of mirror, because it's a different shard from a different thing, not the same shards from it's a piece of mirror. The word shard should not have been said.
A glass
just a piece
shard.
of broken mirror. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we kind of dive into chapter 12, quick reminder. This show has an affiliate link with the Rook and the Raven. If you fancy some customized tabletop goodies as a DM or a player to keep track of your campaign or your player's story, you can head on over to the Rook and the Raven, customize your own journal with fancy inserts and other bits and pieces. And if you want to save some money on it, if you use the discount code that should be in chat just there at checkout, you will save, is it 15%, 10%, 15%? 15%. And we will get a small portion of those profits. Very strangely, though, I actually haven't gotten my DM one from the guys yet.
They actually told me there's been a bit of a delay on the DM ones.
Oh, is there?
Just specifically for people in Melik.
Oh, are you
Neely?
doxing me? Are you doxing me on the stream here?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
That place that's like in the butthole of nowhere. They can't
Oh.
find your house, is what they told me.
Oh, okay, that's
So
nice.
it went back to the warehouse.
Well, if it would help,
my
we could read
God,
out his
hilarious.
full address right here.
Oh,
I have his social security number too.
oh,
We have it.
really?
And his ma's maiden name, just for
And his first pet's name too.
So the four of you are dead. Roll new
Oh,
character.
thank
Join us
God.
next
Good night,
week.
everybody.
Join us next week for a brand new campaign.
Oh, we've all leveled up as well because of the charity stream. Thanks,
Yes.
everyone.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
To everybody that tuned into our charity stream, wandering lonely as clouds. ... Since the witch is dead, we set a goal of €500. We made €550, and the deal was that if we made it to 500, that the gang in Rise of the Forsaken and Romance in the Dungeon, Cloud excluded, would all get to level up. So I won't forgive you, chat, for helping them get a free level, but I will thank you, chat, for helping us reach our goal. And all proceeds from the charity stream are going directly to the Irish Cancer Society because fuck
Yay.
cancer.
That
And
charity
was-
stream is still up, by the way, as a VOD on Twitch. Not up on
Yes.
YouTube yet.
And if you want to see me have a total meltdown when the creator of the one shot, the one page RPG drops into the middle of it, you can see that because that happens about 10 minutes in, and I die a little on the inside because I ruined that poor game. Anyway,
I didn't. No, I don't think you ruined it.
No.
Maimed it, maybe.
Picked it while it was down.
Yeah. Non-lethally shot it.
yes, non-lethally.
Yeah.
That's all our news, isn't it? That's all our news
I
for now.
think
Anyway,
so.
we can catch up afterwards. Okay. We start with the four of you being led back towards your rooms in the B&B, and bed and a disease that begins with B.
Rabies.
Rabies. Oh no, I can't say barbs.
Bed bugs?
Bed bugs, yeah. Bed
Oh,
bugs
yeah.
and breakfast.
That's better than rabies.
And the cats have cleared out, but Umbra, Nulra, Redmond, and Diara. Okay, do you know what? It's good. I think it's going to be one of those sessions. Since chat was so nice, the last time round, and they helped you all get a free level. I think I can get chat to give me a hand doling out a little bit of karmic balance.
Oh,
So,
rude.
I
It's a trap,
have
it's a trap.
a D6, a D4, a D8, and a D10. Okay. Chat, who do you think should roll the D4?
Do we know what's going to happen? Which is the
Me.
worst dice?
Me, I'm so squishy. Please, me.
Pretty grim if those were damage dice, wouldn't it? That'd
Oh
be pretty
no!
bad.
Well, then it should be Diara then if it's the D4.
She still go down.
Put it in chat. Put it in chat.
Okay, so Emma is on fire in chat. Then Redmond should get the D4. Strange enough, looking at your Twitter handle here, Emma, that's very similar to the name that just said that.
No. You can see there's a 0 in this one, but no.
Okay. You know what? I
Very
would
different.
actually take that bullshit on board. So I can appreciate that. 2. Okay, so you, Redmond, I rolled the D4 for you,
Mhm.
and you have lost from your inventory your water skin. It's gone.
Oh, you thirsty bitch!
Okay. The D6. And don't you worry, Alish, that doesn't count the second time around. You fool me once, shame on me. You fool me twice, GTFO.
Who gets the D6?
Who? Chat can decide that.
No, I'm actually banning anyone who says anything. You just don't see it.
Is that what's happening? Is it? Or we just have too many nice people in chat, which I think is
That's a lie, chat. Yeah, chat. No.
okay.
Not that
So
it's a
I'm
lie
gonna get the
that you're.
D6. Thank you, Radius, on that. Okay, that's a 5, and I round up. So, here we go into the old inventory.
Just to clarify, I wasn't saying it's a lie that chat are nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Your torch, tinderbox, and your rope are gone, Umbra, so you can remove those from your inventory.
Well,
Why do a cat?
I have dark
Why does a
vision.
cat need a tinderbox?
One of them's a fire starter.
Little arsonist.
That's actually.
You're going to call him a little arse.
The little arse.
Okay, we have a D8 and a D10 left. Diara and Nora. Anybody buddy. Huey. Who
Pull the
gets the
trigger.
D8?
Diara.
Oh.
Nora, okay, thanks you.
Okay, Nora gets the D8, which means Dara gets the D10. Okay.
Boo. I feel like
Oh, that's a 2. So you only lose one item, Nora.
Oh, thanks. What a treat. Your axe.
Sorry, yes, for that snarkiness. You've lost your hunting trap.
No.
How are we going to eat?
Fuck.
And that then leaves the D10 for Diara.
She lost her sass.
That's a 5 as well. So that's a, yeah, okay, rounding up. That could have been a lot worse.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, Mooney gets the D12, so.
Oh no.
Diara, you don't even have 5 items. So you've lost your soap, your flute, your utensils, and the
Not my
spare set
food.
and your spare set of common clothes.
Oh, I'm gonna be so stinky.
And there was a oh shit. So there was a toy you kept on your person, Diara. It belonged to Essie, the little girl in the orphanage. That is gone.
I hate you.
Fuck's sake, Declan, you know we're sensitive.
That's so cruel. And we're currently hungover, so that's really mean.
There's some needy cats there who obviously needed it.
They needed a teddy.
Yeah, you
Now, what I
returned to your
will say
room.
is, I actually
Yeah, go
had 4 torches. Declan, would they have stolen 4 torches? Are all of my
Chat,
torches
would the
gone?
cats have stolen 4 torches?
I do have a spare tinder box as well, so I actually...
Yes, apparently, according to Emma's zero on fire, your torches are gone, all 4 of them.
Emma Zero on fire, whoever you are, I'm going to find you.
You're out there impersonating our friend Emma.
Oh no. Hate to not have dark vision. Just me in this episode.
Okay, you return to your rooms. Astrid has popped in. Dears, I've had a spot of cleaning. A couple of the cats, they got into some of your bags and satchels and luggage, and some of them relieved themselves, and some of your belongings are currently hanging out on the line. Other things, though, well, let's just say when it sets in, the smell is very hard to get out, so I've just burned it.
On hearing that, Diara's gonna walk up to her and be like, "Where's the doll?"
Oh. And she just kind of like sidesteps a little bit, and you just see 4 cats, and they've batted the living shite out of it. Like the buttons on her eyes are gone. The left limb, like her left hand, it's just a little sackcloth doll. The hair is all ripped out of its head. One of the buttons from its eye is missing, and the left arm is ripped to pieces. A lot of the fluffing stuff has come out. The fluffing stuff.
That's something different.
A lot of the stuffing has been just ripped out of it.
She is going to scream, not to the point of shatter, but scream and storm over and rip it from their grasp.
Oh.
When you scream, the cats just bolt. And yeah, it's in pieces.
She just sits on the nearest bed and starts to cry because she's feeling a little fragile and emo.
Oh.
Well, have a good night then. And Astrid turns to leave, and as she does, she just hears, remember the rule. Gentlemen are not to frequent the rooms of ladies. And there's a knocking at the door, and standing outside, you see Targle and Richter, both with their luggage, with their satchels packed. And Richter seems to be checking things over, and he just looks into the room, kind of looks at Diarra, and then looks over to you, Nora, and just mouths, "Is she okay?"
Not really. No, I don't think any of us are. But let's
In
just go.
real life, or
Kind of.
Have you a moment?
For what?
A quiet word.
Just me?
Well, I don't necessarily think your sister is in a state, and your brother is currently lying unconscious on a cot, and your other brother is trying to keep him alive. So,
Well, whatever you tell me, I'm going to end up telling them anyway. So let's go.
You just hear Reggie shouting, "Me water skin!"
I'll have my revenge. I'll burn this whole town to the ground.
Come on then. Come on. I don't want to hear anything. I didn't start that, okay? Targle, that shit that happened. Don't even start with me, okay? I just want my sister back.
Just do me a favor. When someone says they want to have a quiet word with you, and he just looks over at his shoulder, and you see that Astrid Helkrill, the owner of this fine establishment, is kind of lingering in the hallway, and she kind of looks at the two of you. Well, and she fixes her shawl. I'll be going to bed then. And she steps in very slowly and closes the door very slowly. And Targle just continues to watch until he hears the door click. And then he points at the bottom of the door where you can see the light coming from inside. And you can see her shadow standing at the door. So a quiet word.
Yes, okay. She's just going to gesture with her head outside and walk out.
Yes, Richter, yeah. If you could just do a final check. Some of our belongings does seem to be missing. So if you don't mind, and he steps out to the front of the house.
Go on then. What is it? You're doing this thing for Farron then, yeah? Well, I want my sister back, so whatever it takes, yes.
Nora, you're not an idiot. And I know I don't have to say this, but you cannot trust him.
Oh, I understand that, but I don't think we have very many options going on here. I don't know where Mooney's gone.
I understand, but Farron's word is as hollow as a dead log. It's meaningless. And whatever he has promised, whatever you're going to go and do for him, it's all to his benefit.
Well, this book that he wants, can we not blackmail him in some way? Does it work?
Go to Cashlin. There's a tavern. An old friend of mine works there. The Salt Barrel. Ask for Ronan. Tell her Targol sends his love. She'll know what to do. She'll take care of you for at least the night. My name should still hopefully be good with her. Richter and I have to go now. We've effectively been banished from Cove. So, when you set off in the morning, go to Cashlin. It's going to take you the better part of a day. Richter and I are going to look for Mooney.
Really? Why the hell would you do that for us? You just want Tilly, don't you?
Yes.
But how can you guarantee to me that you won't harm my sister in any way? I swear, Targil, if she's hurt.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
I don't think ever. I'm going to roll the dice that Declan bought me yesterday.
Yes.
Oh.
My first roll was an 8. And the second roll, also an 8. Plus 1, so 9. Won't be using them again. Put them over there.
Into jail you go.
That girl has gotten mixed up in our business. I won't promise you she won't be harmed. But Richter and I will do everything we can to prevent any harm coming to her. But
Give me your word. You give me your word, Targil.
I'll give you something better. And he reaches kind of in under the collar and under the chainmail of his armor, and he tugs, and you hear kind of a snapping of leather, and he pulls out just a long black medallion on a black and brown strap, and you see it kind of catching in the light coming from the Anvil House, the bed and breakfast that you're in, and it's kind of a weird. It looks like a scales, but it seems to be made. It looks like kind of a scales, like the scales of justice, but it looks like a tree at the same time. It's a very strange. Without this, we can't hand Tilly in. We can't claim bounty.
Do I recognize the symbol on it?
No, you've never. Okay. No. You can see the shape and you can understand what the shape, but you've never seen this before.
Okay.
I'm not even going to get you a roll for it just because there would be no point. You've never seen it. You don't have to take my word for it when you have this. Without this, Richter and I will not be granted passage into the guild. We won't get paid.
I can imagine Nora would have been like pretty much right up in this guy's face up until
Yes.
this point.
Yeah, I was getting that impression.
Get really close to the camera.
I don't think I want to
Like this.
do that to the people watching. But like with Targle offering this to her, I think it would have really caught her off guard. So she'll just take a step back and hold a hand out for it and say, "Thank you."
I can appreciate your desire to see your sister returned safely. I really do, Nora. But you're going to have to learn you cannot charge into every situation head first and a blade swinging.
Well, I don't got much else going for me, Targle, but I'll try keep that in mind.
You have a family.
That's what keeps me going.
The door opens just behind you, Nora, and Richter is standing there with kind of the two satchels kind of slung over his shoulder. It's it's quite late into the night. There's a kind of a shaved moon, like it's like literally just the edge of the moon, kind of like just hanging in the sky, and the air is cold and you can smell the salt and smoke from chimneys. Targle just kind of gives you a nod. When we find them, we'll meet you in Cashlon.
Fair. Please
And
find her safely, Targle. Please. And when you do, tell her that we're waiting for her, okay?
he just nods.
You don't need to bring the badger. You can leave him behind.
Some say that badger's holding up this entire cast. Richter says.
But I appreciate it, and she'll hold a hand out for a shake. She's going to squeeze his hand nicely. She's not trying to intimidate him, but she's going to just show that
Yeah.
she's better than him.
Yeah, all right, strength check. Okay, he got a nat 1, so whatever you do here, it's going to be fine.
You're going to break his fingers.
14.
Yeah, he goes to shake your hand. He wasn't expecting for you to literally try and break his fingers. And yeah, you squeeze one of the rings on his index finger a little too tight and it hurts. His finger's throbbing. He winces a little bit and he just shakes his head and he just says, "Patience." And he rolls his eyes, pulls the hood up around his cloak. And Richter just kind of you can see him kind of half like, and he walks off. Oh, sorry, not Richter. Yeah, Richter. Yeah, Richter walks off right behind him, kind of like half trying to smother laughter. Give me a perception check, Nora.
Oh, fuck you. What did you do to me?
All about you.
Ooh, 19. You. So glad I changed my dice.
There's as the two men head to the gate, just from the ruins of the pub, you see several of Farron's men appear and seem to surround Richter and Targle and follow them to the gate.
Really?
Yeah. The gate opens. You watch Richter and Targle leave. The gate shuts and the men stand at the gate waiting.
Okay, they didn't follow them out.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna look after them and say, "You better not fuck this up, Targle, I swear." And then turn back and no, he didn't hear it. I was just talking to myself. And I'll turn back and return in. You said Umbra and Regiment were in one of the rooms.
They're in the men's dormitory,
Okay.
And Diara's in the other.
Okay, I'll go into Diara and I'm gonna sit down beside her and go, Come on. Sleep over with the boys. You game?
We're gonna get kicked out of here.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'll take her by the hand and we'll creep to the boys' room.
Stealth
Not sneak. Not stealth.
I didn't say sneak.
By the definition, creeping involves you being sneaky. So,
Both of us.
stealth check, yes, please, both of you.
Oh, yay! Another 19.
Oh God. Okay, 18.
You slip out of your dorm, sorry, and into the corridor. And when you do, Nulra, just under your foot, you hear and both of you lock eyes on the door opposite, next to the kitchen, the hallway that leads to the kitchen. You don't see any because there's a dim light coming from the room, and then the light underneath the door just goes dark. You don't hear any shuffling or anything coming from that room any further, and both of you creep into the boys' dormitory, the men's dormitory.
Little fucking creeps.
Wow.
Actually, one
Hey, Reginald.
incredibly large creep.
The worst kind. I'll just give Diara's hand a squeeze. Are you okay?
Yeah, I can probably fix it.
I can try.
She pats her hand and says, "That's okay."
Fair enough. Come on, let's go check on the other two idiots. Are they there?
Yeah, they're
alive?
Yeah, Redmond is lying still unconscious on a cot, well, half unconscious on a cot, and Umbra is kind of set next to him, kind of checking his vitals every now and again.
How's the pincushion doing, Umbra?
Do you need
Umbra
some
has his
help?
like hair tied back, and he shakes his head and says, "I gotta give it to him. It was a pretty clean shot. I don't know if that was intentional or if he's just a bad shot, but nothing."
I can come back.
But it's-
Can Regiment talk, or is he too not?
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 22.
Woohoo.
You heard Nulra call you a pincushion, and immediately your eyes just went blink.
Okay, he's going to kind of groggily, like while holding his arm, be like, "I'm starting to think my diplomacy skills aren't as up to scratch as I thought."
You gave it a fair whack.
I'd vote for you, Reggie.
So would I.
Thanks. And he kind of just falls back asleep.
Nora's going to go up to the cot he's on and kind of hoosh his legs out of the way and sit down.
Oosh! Oh, revenge of the oosh.
And say, right, Targal and Richter spoke to me outside. They obviously said we can't trust Mark. They said anything that he promised us means nothing, basically. And that they're going to go get Mooney. They obviously want Tilly, but I made him promise to keep Mooney safe, and he said they would, and gave me this, and she'll hold up the medallion. I don't know what the fuck it is, but he said that they won't get the money from the guild for Tilly if they don't have this. So it's his word, essentially.
Keep it
I
safe.
will. I kind of.
Don't give it to Umbra then.
He didn't do that on purpose. You know that, right?
Slaps your arm. Absolutely slaps your arm.
I know.
You.
Constitution saving throw.
Will I?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. 23.
It hurts, but you're not enough for you to. Yeah, you grin through it.
Worth it.
Hang on, inflict wounds, is that anything? At 18th level, no. Yeah. He just says not to. I appreciate the gesture, but they've been kicked out of here, and we kicked their ass before now, and they've already lost people in here. So I'm not. I mean, look, Mooney can take care of herself. She is literally and metaphorically a big girl.
I just want her back with us, Umbra.
I know.
I think. I don't know. I think we can trust Targon and Richter, and we don't have many other options, really, do we?
No, I mean, look, it's better than nothing, I guess.
They said they'll meet us in Cashlon, and he gave me a contact there as well, in the tavern, and said that she'll put us up for the night. Just mentioned his name, so
That's great, because this whole money thing is something that we're probably going to have to reckon with sooner rather than later.
well, I mean, when we meet up with them, we can escort them to collect the bounty and escort some of it into our pockets.
Yeah.
That was the deal.
It was the deal. I think it was like, what, 70-30 in the end?
Yeah.
I don't know. The guy who ran that bar seemed to have some pretty... I don't know. I don't know if we're writing Tilly off too soon or not. But I mean, we'll see when we find her, I guess.
And I don't want to stay in this place any longer than we have to. They were accompanied by a leaving party to the gates that didn't look too nice. So
They took my water skin, so I'd like to get out of here.
Sweetie, I think that was the cats.
Yeah.
For all we know, that could be Mooney's doing.
Also true.
do you think she's okay?
Yeah.
She's fine.
She's always okay.
I told Targal not to bring back the badger, so we can all
She'll
hope
probably
for the
come
best.
back with the wolf.
Okay, no, I don't want that either. But
Yeah, so come on. Lesser of two evils here. At least we can wrangle a badger.
well,
Probably fucking come back with both the badger and the wolf.
I mean, that is a very, very strong possibility, especially until he gets handed in to the authorities. Declan, how do you feel about playing two NPC?
On their own little mini adventure to break out of
Aw.
jail.
The
Pirate jail.
Adventures of Brassica and Seamus.
cute.
I'd watch it.
Well then, I guess we rest up.
Yeah, I can't actually do anything proper about this. And he just gestures vaguely to the big bloody wound in his brother.
Does it whistle when he
Until-
walks?
Not if I've done my job right, but who knows?
You'll be
I
grand.
wasn't a healing word, but I assume, going to sleep now, so. Out of spite, I will cast healing word. Oh, you mean like this?
I somehow
Wow.
used up all of my magical allotment. Who knows how that
Right
happened?
around here.
Nola's going to tie the medallion thingy around her neck and stick it under her shirt to keep it safe.
Okay. Are you all heading to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we staying in here?
Yeah.
Lads.
Where's the Jaeger? What is this? Mysterious tar in a bottle.
Perhaps we should imbibe some and see what happens.
Nola's going to drag one of the cots kind of close to Regiment's one and another one close to that
Yes.
again. And
Stealth
she's
check there, Nola.
You idiot.
Oh, that's okay. 17.
You heard it.
Superhero.
No, you're
That's
fine.
shoulder.
It's the cots are basically just twigs.
I want to be beside. I want us all together. So I'm going to hop in the middle one beside Regiment, and I'm going to pat the one beside me for Diara. I assume Umbra's on the other side of Regiment. Are you?
Yeah, as far away as possible generally, but like
Here we are.
I'll lie down and I'm going to turn to Regiment and poke him in the arm gently. And
In the wound, like, or just on my
no,
arm?
right into the wound. No, just in the arm.
Okay.
I'd say, you better wake up in the morning, okay? Don't go dying on me yet.
Jesus, Nora. Whoever that is.
Regiment's gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm grand. It'll be good. 'Tis but a scratch. You're so
And
dramatic
with-
sometimes.
And with that, you can all take a long rest.
Ew!
And all those things you got for free because of charity come into effect at this point.
Yay!
However, not without a cost. No, I'm joking.
Another bitch.
As sleep comes to you and you whisper and make fun throughout the night, and occasionally worries about Mooney kind of crop up again, and a lot of compliments actually now as we segue out of this and I take control again. A lot of compliments for Brassica and really how you rounds out the group. It's interesting that you've all seemed to come around to him, but as sleep does come to all of you, Regiment, it takes you a little bit longer, not because of Nulra and her snoring, but
Somehow she's taken up both our beds, and I don't understand how.
She has, yeah. Like it's very strange. I mean, you literally rolled over for like a split second. Just to get a bit more comfortable, and suddenly her arm and her leg was in your cot, like.
Oh, and Nulra went to bed feeling quite gassy as well. I forgot to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that's all self-contained and will lead to some later life medical problems for Nulra. But Regiment, as you kind of lie there, and your eyes start to grow heavy, you remember the laugh, and Farron's laugh, and just as it all went dark the last time in his house in the manor, you felt something. You felt like you felt a memory come loose, and in that you kind of dwell for a little bit, and you're trying to kind of piece some of it back together, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. You don't remember. You don't remember it properly. It's like a painting where all the colors have run, and everything moves out of sync, blurring and mixing. And your mind just grows heavy and tired, and the pain in your shoulder dulls, and sleep comes to you. And you find yourself standing outside the Red Orchard, or it looks like the Red Orchard. The grounds look like home, but it's a little. It's different. It's like when you were trying to remember Farron's laugh and that place and the smell of sea salt and the laughter and the taste of sick in your mouth. But here you watch as the place you called home starts to reshape itself. The structure falls and collapses, and you can see the wooden beams crack and splinter and reach out and grow, and even the grounds in front of you, the wall, the long stone wall that acted as the barrier to the property, are pulled into the earth, and where they are dragged down, larger, more jagged black and blue and grey stones and rocks and boulders just tear themselves free until you're not standing outside the Red Orchard. You're not standing in a place you remember, but it still feels like home. And where the house sat out in the open air, hugged by fields and orchards and woodlands, you see a new building carved masterfully into the face of a mountain. And large pine trees just stab up into the air. And you can hear the sound of a river rushing rapidly down to your right, and the churning of a water wheel, the slapping of wood and timber and water against stone. And the door to the house opens. And you feel compelled to move inside. Can I have a wisdom saving throw, please?
18.
You step inside, and it's a large candlelit hallway, and down to the left there's a short, wide corridor that opens out into a large living room, hunting room. It's just a long table, and at the end of it there's an open hearth with a roaring fire, and you see all these animal trophies hanging, decorating the walls. In the hallway that you're standing in, there's a large hardwood dark mahogany staircase that just rises 2 floors up, and you just see it sort of spindle around balconies. And there's all these portraits hanging here in the hallway. The faces are blank. The people in them are grey blurs. But there's something not unknown to you, but just hidden. At this point, the dream feels like it's yours. Feel free to explore.
Can I go up the stairs to the balcony?
Yeah. You from here on the ground floor, you climb to the first floor, and when you do, it feels like you're moving through a place that's your own, a place that you've always known. And as you reach the clearing onto the top, to the first floor here, and the stairs continue up again to the second floor, there's just it's all hardwood floors, but there is a run of plush, dark royal blue carpet the whole way around the edge here, and you see 2 corridors down to the east wing and to the west wing. And while your eyes drift to the east, you hear laughter coming from the west.
He's gonna run towards it, I think.
You just towards the laughter.
Laughter, yeah.
As you start to run, the laughter gets closer until you realize that the laughter is your own. And just as you kind of come to the end of the hallway and you reach up to open the door, and you can hear your laughter just echoing all around you, you just hear a voice just say, "Redmond." Wisdom saving throw, please.
3.
You reach up to open the door, And you remember. That's your mother's voice. And the door opens, and Ilaria reaches down to pick you up. And you wake from the dream.
Regiment's going to have a little cry to himself because he's missed her a lot these past few days. Is everyone else still asleep? Like, is it the middle of the night kind of situation?
Yeah, it's still, you can tell kind of, it's one of those weird things where you've drifted off and the dream felt like it was a couple of hours, but it's looking out the window, you still see dark outside.
Okay. He kind of then composes himself a little bit, and then he's going to kind of slightly nudge Nora away, but he wants to kind of wake her because he just wants to have a little bit of comfort at the moment.
I do not wake up. I do. Fuck off, freshman.
Would you say you hooshed her?
I'd say a gentle hooshing. Yeah. But he is obviously very confused and just trying to process it and just feeling sad and just doesn't want to be alone. So he's going to kind of, like hoosh, but with a little bit of a rocking, so it kind of wakes her up a little bit.
Freshman, what the fuck? What the fuck do you want?
I miss Ma.
She would have had her back to him, but then like he'd say that and she'll have just frozen a little bit and she'll turn over in the bed to face him. And I know, me too, but I still can't wrap my head around everything that happened.
It's really stupid.
It is fucking stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why do you think she did it?
I don't know. Had a weird dream.
What were you doing in it?
Don't know, but Ma was there.
What did she say?
Nothing. She was just being deadly.
Declan, back off you.
A regiment's just going to try hold on to Nuller's arm and then go back to sleep.
Oh. She was going to give him grief, but she's not. She's going to, she'll put just an arm over him in a hug.
All right.
And try to go back to sleep herself as well.
And then he's just going to be like, stop breathing on me. Face the other way.
Fine. She's going to turn over and let one rip as she goes. And just do the thing like when you shake the blanket. To make sure it gets there. Gets to the intended destination, which is Regim's nose.
You do all those things in what was quite a wholesome moment. Only made more wholesome.
That's how we show our love for each other.
Yes, I understand. You're gross. And this time, Regiment sort of anxiously or hesitantly, you deign to fall asleep. The dream doesn't return. The four of you get your long rest. And as day breaks across Cove and morning begins, the door into your room is burst open and a bucket of ice cold seawater is flung across the four cots. And you just hear, "Rules!" as Astrid screams and beckons the four of you from slumber, and you're all sloshed awake. To ready yourselves to head out on your journey at Merrin's quest. We are going to take our intermission here at this point. So if you have not, grab a drink, get up for a stretch. Welcome along, Homebrew. And we will see you back in about 10 minutes. Exactly 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute intermission.
It is 10 minutes, yeah. Give or take the time it takes for us to slag each other off and like get back in. And anyway, go, see you soon.
whenever it cuts to just Declan and
Speaking
Emma.
of it cutting to something, we're back now.
Oh,
It actually cut a little bit early this time. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Nothing awful got captured, don't worry.
Oh, phew.
Oh, all
Now,
the awful
let's say
things we were
something
saying.
awful.
Plenty
All
of
the
time
kids at
left for that.
Springfield are SOBs.
They are.
Very good.
Hi, everybody.
Sorry, now just casually drinking out of my player's tears cup. Delicious. Oh,
It's just delicious, yeah. Becker.
nom, 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 nom. It's like
I'm
success.
eating my Declan is an asshole Pringle.
Oh, they recalled those. They're riddled. In E. coli.
Oh, yum.
delicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Just like the real thing, apparently.
yummy, yummy.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a chance to get up. That means poop. Okay. I see chat are really here for the level of sophistication that we bring to the hobby that
Oh,
is
Ben.
tabletop role-playing games.
I am eating original Pringles, Ben. I don't know if you're one of the people that slags me about this. I love an original Pringle.
Me too.
Love an original Pringle.
I'm team red Pringles.
Actually, nearly choked. I was so deeply offended by what you just said.
I'm actually not. Wait, is Ben saying I'm also covered in poop?
Yeah, because you have
classic.
E. coli too.
No, I am E. coli. Was what I was.
You
trying to-
are E. coli.
He
The
is.
embodiment of shit.
The embodiment.
So
Wow.
Nora didn't make it through the night, everybody. Yeah, all that gas she held on to. It's not- yeah.
Oh, did she
She
pop?
exploded.
Yeah, internally of E. coli gas. Shut up. Anyway, silliness aside and facts. You were woken from your slumber by Astrid and a bucket of ice cold salt water. She told you that Captain Farron's men are outside and that they are waiting for you to ready yourselves and to get sorted. You don't even have to wash now because, she helped you.
Free shower.
Free shower, yeah. And everything kind of packed and whatnot. I'm just going to push this along a little bit. You head outside and you do see that there are several men, one or two looking fairly roughed up.
Handsome? Oh.
But are they handsome?
Ruggedly handsome, one might say. Roughly handsome.
Anyway,
Oh,
that's what your imagination's for. I'm relatively hungover, and you living vicariously through the men that I conjure in your fantasy is just not something I'm here for tonight. Okay.
yeah, but
I
we don't
will
want to flirt
say-
with uggos.
Not a good look. Not a good look for us to be like, I'm after beating up this guy, but is he cute though? Can I try it on with him now that I've nearly killed him?
Maybe he's into it, James. We haven't had that discussion yet.
They started it.
Surely we can move on.
No, please. I'm taking a break. Knock yourself out. There are 4 horses, and you see that standing off to the side, there's kind of a small gathering of villagers. Amongst them, you see a man and a woman, a human man, a kind of doddery, tall chap, slightly kind of like he's just got bad posture. He's holding himself in, like you can see his shoulders are quite high, like the way he's kind of holding himself a little bit, and he's wearing kind of brown slacks and like a musty green apron and little kind of spectacles over his nose, and looks to be in his like maybe late 30s, early 40s. Wisps of grey kind of pepper a soft brown hair. And he's kind of standing there with a couple of bags next to him, and beside him is a half-elf woman who bears kind of a striking resemblance to him. Same sort of height, much better posture, identically like it's the same color brown hair, but her ears are slightly kind of cut the edge of her hairline, and they peak. The tips of her ears kind of peek out ever so slightly, and she's standing a little bit more tall, and she kind of fixes an eye on the four of you, and then elbows the man beside her. Gordon, the supplies. And the guy kind of like jostles forward a little bit, and he's carrying kind of two bags. Oh, hi, yes, Henrietta, of course. Here, and he just holds up two hands to the four of you. Are your supplies that Captain Ferrin requested we supply you with?
Can I see anything? Like, what do the bags look like? Is there anything dripping out of the bags?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Are they cappy
you
bags?
You thought it was going to be like two heads in a bag.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
Yeah,
God.
Oh.
the guy's a psycho. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Umbra takes
That's
the
good.
bags.
The next time I give you something in a bag, I'm doing that. I'm writing that down. Head bag.
Well,
Umbra
Umbra
takes
took
it, and
the.
kind of looks the guy up and down as he takes it.
You
Can
mean
he
inside
peg
back?
the source of the nervousness?
Nulra.
Understandable. That is
No insight
15.
check required.
You take the bags. They're heavy. Like they jostle a little bit. Like there's whatever contents in them are a little bit loose. Weighs about the size of a head. When he does, like when you kind of go to take the bags from him, he holds them for just a second longer than he has to, and he just
Follows his eyes.
he's just looking at the bag in his right hand, your left hand.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah, it's just some rations and a few candles and
And water skin?
a tarp for the tent. And he points at one of the horses, and you see that there's a few kind of camping supplies. Tarp is very good. It's it's oh, for the love of. What my idiot brother is trying to tell you is Captain Ferrin requested that the people of Cove help finance your request to whatever means he requires. You'll find that we have all donated several supplies. The tarp came from one of the ships at the dock. I had confiscated it.
No, Umbra, and I'm just gonna snatch the bags from Umbra. Are you going to let them go?
Not really. He's like, what
Give them back. We're not taking that.
are we gonna just sleep out?
I'm not taking stuff from these people.
We can give it back when we come back. What's the problem?
We're not coming.
There's no problem. Take the bags.
No.
I insist you take the bags as a sign of our hospitality.
Dayara steps forward and is just like, "Thank you, we appreciate it," and gives Nora a like, "Stop being an idiot!" Look.
Whatever.
Is there a problem here? And you see Wonderbolt has kind of stepped forward a little bit.
Here we go.
Is there
No,
a
we're
problem?
We're just gathering our supplies. Thank you for organizing that.
We're
Yeah,
just
you're-
thanking them
you're great.
for everyone's congeniality.
Especially yours.
Oh. And he leans
Dayara
back a little
kicks
bit.
Nora.
And he leans back a little bit and he's like, "Oh, I've got your congeniality."
Mm.
And he kind of makes kind of a face at you, Nora.
Nora doesn't know what that means, so it goes over her head.
Eilish doesn't know what that means either. Other than it's a very good film.
Alish is a liar and got a nat 20 on that deception check, apparently.
I think we're good now, right? We got everything we need to hit the road. Right?
Yeah, off you go. Back to your master. We're on our way. See you later.
No, Cap's going to meet you at the gate.
Oh, great. Cool.
See you when you get back, so...
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to it.
He just... And several other men that were kind of gathered around, and a few of them were standing amongst the villagers, disperse. You're just heading out?
What's in the bags? What's in the bags?
I mean, I assume, and he has a nose through.
It's just
A head.
supplies. It's a head. It's two heads.
Is there a water skin?
There actually is. God damn it.
Regiment, without saying anything, because they're all fighting over something silly, he's just going to take it out and be like, "Grand, thanks." Pop it in his bag.
Can I
yeah.
go over and select the biggest horse? Because I don't want to fucking break the beast. Is there one suitable enough for me?
There, like, it's very obvious which horse is for you because it's a workhorse. It's not a racehorse. So it's sort of a caramel brown with like a kind of wispy kind of like straw like kind of mane down like its back end, and it's got tufts of like the same kind of colored straw kind of colored hair down along its feet over its hooves as well.
Oh,
It's fairly sturdy looking.
Nora's going to attempt to rub a hand in along his neck and
Give me
give
a
him a
hand
little
check.
pat. Nora gets kicked by the horse.
Hmm.
12.
And the horse seems okay.
Okay.
That was wonderful. So wholesome.
Come on then. Let's go say goodbye to our benefactor and get on the road.
Umber takes the reins of his and is like, Mooney would love these guys.
I want to know what my one would say about me. I think he likes me.
Oh, he really likes you.
He usually shits on the path.
You're just heading towards the gate, the northern gate.
Regiment, do you need a hand getting on yours?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it doesn't
They
need
are
a
gives him
hand.
a boost.
No, he's fine. And he kicks away and he's going to try hop up himself.
On his Shetland pony.
They didn't get you a Shetland pony. It's a full horse. Give me an athletics check there, Richmond.
I think it should be at disadvantage because of his bogey arm.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
That's Teal's
no,
name.
I'll leave that up to chat. Should it be at disadvantage, chat?
So I rolled a 17 and I've +5 athletics, so that's a 23.
Well, let's just wait and see
Yeah.
what a chat says.
Yeah. If anybody in chat feels like Regiment should have disadvantage on that, that isn't Emma is 0 and fire. So apparently Trent Softly thinks you should have disadvantage. This is what happens when we don't have the wholesomeness that is cat.
Oh, Ben said
Ben to
no.
the rescue.
Yeah,
It should be
unfortunately, you were
advantage.
slow there, Ben, with that very long message. So, no, you're fine. At 22, we'll get you up onto the horse. You do so actually quite deftly.
Ooh.
And it was literally, it was all just, it was like, oh God, I gotta get on the horse. I gotta get on the horse in one go. And if I don't get on the horse in one go, I'm never going to live down. You managed to, and the four of you trot to the northern gate, and standing there, and the gates are open, you see Captain Fern. And he just kind of steps out in front of the four of you with the hand.
Good morning, Captain.
Diara, I trust you're all aware of what's at stake.
Yes, sir.
Regiment, it's nice to see the arm has healed.
Yeah, it actually healed quite well, didn't it? Popped up on this horse pretty stealthily. Deftly, actually.
Give me a stealth check. Yeah. I wonder if your sister heals as quickly.
Wait, what? She's right here. Oh no.
That was a roller coaster of emotion.
Smarminess stuff. What? Oh.
You leave her alone.
Mooney can
my
handle
sister's
herself.
name out of your mouth. No, she doesn't say that.
Topical.
She doesn't say it.
That's what the fans expect.
Topical current affairs. That's what everyone's here for.
That was not current affairs.
Okay. Yeah, Diara's going to just say, our sister can handle herself.
Here's hoping you get that book back then. And he just steps back. It's going to take you a day. Keep on the road. About halfway up, you'll come to a small clearing. I've already sent word ahead. You should be fine. Folks this side of Cashlawn anyway know to leave you well enough alone.
Okay.
Don't do anything stupid.
Insight check.
Yeah, sure.
You know the way like horses can read your emotions?
Ooh, not 20. What a fucking
Fuck
waste.
yeah.
Yeah, he thinks we're idiots. He thinks we will do something stupid.
What were you inciting? The whole roads up
Whether-
here?
Yeah, like whether he is actually, genuinely. I have not set a trap for you halfway up the road to Cashlawn.
You're like the entire time there you've been eyeing him. No, like you get the impression that he has sent men ahead to clear the roads of idiots that would attempt to mug you, rob you, whatnot. So yeah, no, you if you encounter anything, it's either because someone didn't get the message, they're too stupid to heed the message, or it's beyond his control.
Okay. We appreciate all of your assistance, Captain.
I'm going to give you 3 days. It's a day there, it's a day back. After that, well, and he kind of just takes the crossbow out. And
Reggie, keep that hand axe in your pocket.
you just see him, he aims it at the four of you. And then kind of through. And then there's a snap and a click as he pulls the trigger. And then there's a scream from inside the village.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What do we see behind us?
He shot a man, literally just going about his business.
Oh,
Can I cast healing word on said man?
Mm,
Feel better.
As you trot off.
Thanks for your tarp.
Regiment drinks some water.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Prick. What a prick.
No, Nora, that's what I was saying. Like, I think she's agitated, her horse is agitated. She's gonna go because she's gonna do something. If she doesn't go, she's gonna kick the horse and just get out those fucking gates. And go down, like, over, is there, like, just away a little bit, and all you're just gonna hear is, ah! Ah!
Are the rest of you following suit?
Yeah.
So angry.
Oh, I want to do something cool, but I know you're going to make me roll for it, and I'm afraid.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I want to
Hi ho
try.
silver.
Yeah. I want to try and like rear the horse up on 2 legs in front of him and then like gallop away.
To intimidate him?
Yeah.
Give me an animal handling check, and then based on that, then you will either get advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, I
on the
hope this
intimidate.
good animal handling. 17.
Okay, so give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Nat 20, baby. Nat 20, baby.
We got
On a charisma saving throw, like I wasn't doing anything to shoot you. Like I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I've already shot that guy back there. I'm grand. Bloodlust sated. You you don't know how you know how to do this, Diara. It just you like you've been on horses. You remember riding horses at the Red Orchard, but like it was. Well, horses is a strong word. It was just a very big pony or that other donkey. Like an area didn't. It was Regiment in a costume. An area didn't have horses. There wasn't horses at the Red Orchard, but this is something else. This is something. It's like muscle memory, and like that. If a horse was going to buck or kick or that, just kind of the control and holding the reins and stuff like that, and you even know how to make the horse kind of go back up on its back legs, and you pull on the reins kind of sharply and squeeze the horse's back with your legs, and it takes a couple of steps back and it rears up, and its 2 front legs kind of kick, and just as the horse goes up, you see Captain Ferrin just sort of sidestep, and he yanks the rein and he pulls the horse straight back down, and he just pets the horse on the head, like he just kind of strokes the bridge of the horse's muzzle.
What a prick.
I'm so turned on.
He's good with animals. You gotta love that. Like,
Oof. People not so much.
You have 72 hours, Diara.
Don't miss me too much.
Oh, bitch.
It won't be me that'll be crying your name.
Ooh.
no, that's bad. That's bad, Eilish.
I know that.
Okay.
We will find her.
Okay. She gallops away.
And he just steps back. The 4 of you, you catch up to Nulra, who has moved up a little bit up the road and is still screaming her head off.
Fucking prick, that fucking asshole. What the fuck was that?
Do you remember when we started this stream and we said we wouldn't curse?
Oh, yeah.
Part of my character. It's part of my character. What the hell was that? What the fuck was that?
He's just insecure. You know how men get sometimes. I'm very secure, and some people just see that and they get a bit jealous.
Reggie,
So
pure fucking evil.
yeah, no, I know, yeah. Let's just do this thing and we'll be grand. We'll bring it back, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's just go.
What the fuck
All
is in
right.
those bags? Is there something in there? I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got a new order.
I don't give a shit. When I get angry, I get hungry. Come on, Umbra.
Come on, Umbra. We gotta this has to last us for the day and a day's ride back. Well, I guess we can get food while we're there. Unless we like burn the place down getting the book or something, so
Highly likely.
let's maybe hold off on the snacks.
Fine, come on then.
You're just going to
We
ride
could-
off?
Yeah. We could go no. Mooney good berries. We can't good berry.
Come on.
Mooney's
I wanna
all
get-
right, isn't she?
She's fine.
She'll be fine.
If anyone's gonna burn the place to the ground.
But I want to put as much distance between us and that place. Let's get going.
The four of you set off down Old Cashlawn Road. And for the first hour or two, there's a little bit of conversation. Fern being an absolute evil shit. Redmond being really secure in himself, which everybody knows secure people always say out loud.
Very secure.
So secure. He says after crying about his mother last night. In a secure way. In a very secure way.
Very manly way.
But as the road kind of winds along, you start to see kind of over your shoulders every now and again. You keep an eye out, kind of like, is anybody coming? Is anybody following? And the roads are quiet. There's a smattering of houses a little bit off in the distance, lost in kind of fields of wheat and barley. But you do see a few cottages along the coastline, but the road winds away from it. And eventually Cove and the sea become a thing no longer in your eye line. And the road kind of has wound more westerly, away from the cliffs and away from the sea. And you kind of find yourselves riding through, and the road is, well, it's not well maintained, but it's a dirt road. But there seems to be at some stage a lot of traffic on this, whether it's people traveling between Cashlawn and Cove or the surrounding villages or hamlets in the area. But occasionally your eye lands or catches a person lingering by a tree or sitting on a wall. A small little group here or there that aren't dressed like farmers, but they watch. And you see them whisper. You don't necessarily hear what they say, but just when one seems to be eager to maybe approach, something kind of pulls them back a little bit, and they remember the message. And your way along the road is quiet and uneventful, but not unnoticed. And the road continues down until you come to the edge of a tree line and you find yourselves wandering through a wooded area. It's now the better part of late afternoon, early evening, and it's starting to get very, very cold, and the sun is setting.
You gonna stop and make camp?
Didn't he say there was like a clearing up here?
Yeah.
Fucking
Do you think
freezing.
that's like? Do you think that's like a place where people just wait to jump travelers?
Well, if he did what he said about passing on the message, you saw who was watching us in the road, Umbra, and I guess the
The
message
hell
is
would
loud and
anyone
clear.
go here? Why would they just? Why would anyone go here?
Oh, well, I think if we don't end up coming back from Cashlawn, Farron's going to find out about it pretty fucking quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's find this clearing and get as much rest as we can.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Not 20 for me.
I got a 7.
Okay.
24
Lyra?
total.
Okay. Alice?
22.
Okay. Basically everybody except Reggie. Reggie, you're now just hugging your horse for warmth. You're literally flat down, hugging the horse by the neck and letting it kind of saunter on through the woods. Umbra, Diara, and Nora. The road that you're traveling now to the woodlands, it's gotten a little bit narrower. Previously, you were able to kind of maybe ride 2 or 3. Now it's kind of like it's almost single file. And Umbra, with you kind of just in the lead, kind of trying to keep an eye out for this clearing and whatever else it might be, and you can kind of hear Nulra still kind of talking. The road kind of winds, and there's an outcrop, like a large rocky outcropping, just very old, weathered stone. But there's a thin layer of kind of like burnt orange moss clinging to it. And just there, and Diara, you see it, and Nulra, you see it, and Redmond, you are hugging that horse.
Being very secure about it.
Etched, carved in, very secure. You're like physically very secure around its neck. You're almost choking the horse. But the 3 of you see that there is kind of carved crudely into the outcropping. There is the little. It's like a little symbol for a little house or a little shelter or a little camp at the rocky outcropping. Nulra, you feel something else. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything. But you feel like you're on a hunt. But you're the prey.
Ooh. She'll immediately shut up when she gets that sensation and just throw a hand out to the others and say, stop.
Yeah, that was
Something's
the
not right.
plan.
No, Umber, it's not safe here. We keep
Can't
moving.
keep pushing the horses.
We keep moving.
They need rest.
Come on, we keep moving. I mean it. She's going to kick on the horse ahead of the others in a trot and just scan the tree lines as she's moving.
Okay. Nulra cuts across you, Umbra, and kind of barges up the line to take the lead, and the horse is now moving from a saunter to a trot. And your words about the horses and being pushed too far, you haven't stopped since Cove. There wasn't an opportunity to. And you can see the horses are weary at this point, but Nulra kicks her workhorse into a trot, and she follows through under the rocky outcropping and around the corner as the rest of you kind of continue kind of behind her a little bit. When you round the corner, you don't see Nulra. You see a clearing. You can see the road continuing on. You don't see Nulra. You can see a small little space where there would be the remains of a campfire, a long extinguished. You can see a few logs lined up around it. You can even see kind of where the ground is flattened and the grass has discolored. This looks to be an ideal spot because of the outcropping of rock and the tree line itself. It is a natural shelter with a little few comforts gathered and nestled around. You could make camp here. You can see the road. It doesn't continue to turn. It kind of goes straight. There's no sign of Nulra on the road.
Can I? So, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to shout, so you go ahead.
Can I try to cast message? Because I can cast it through objects if I'm familiar with the target and know they're beyond the barrier.
Can you cast it? You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. You can cast it through solid objects if you're. You don't see her though.
If I'm familiar with the target and know it's beyond the barrier, I don't have to see her. Just know she's there.
Within 120 feet.
And you can cast it through magical silence, a foot of stone, metal, lead.
No,
Block.
they specifically stop it.
Oh,
So the
Doesn't have-
opposite of that.
doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners and through openings.
Give me. What are you saying?
I'm just looking for her. Like, Nora, where are you?
Nora, you hear Diara. You hear Diara's voice, and you just hear Nora. And when you turn around, you don't see anybody.
Like the terrain hasn't changed. I'm in the same.
The path behind you, the road, entirely swallowed by the woods.
Not again. Not again. I remember this shit.
That
Fuck.
feeling of being watched, you've had it since you left Cove. But this is different. This is something else. This isn't being spied upon. You know this feeling. This is something that deep down inside of you, you don't understand why. But you've done this. You've even done it when you were training for the Canuck militia. It's that observation between you and a target, the sizing up of someone, their strengths, their weaknesses, their formidability in combat. It has been a long time since you have felt you being sized up. Something out here is watching you.
She would have felt like her heart rate increase a little bit and the breath would have caught in her throat. She's just going to exhale and try and calm herself. And she's going to pull the great axe from her back and have it in her hand and just shout, "Show yourself."
Two pairs of glowing yellow eyes just appear in the tree line.
It's not great.
One to your left and one to your right. And you just hear She thinks there's only one of us, sister. How foolish. Silly little girl. And there's just the laughter kind of echoes around the woods a little bit. Oh, brother, she's a silly little girl, but look. She has a weapon. Do you think she might be able? And the eyes just light up a little bit. Give me an animal handling check, please.
Do I hear all this?
Yes.
What they're saying, yeah?
You see the eyes. You haven't seen anything else.
Okay. 13.
Your horse is now, it's backing up and it's quite clearly agitated and frightened. Oh, she looks so strong, so much potential, brother. Oh, sister, you've outdone yourself. They're quite an interesting specimen you've led into our web, and well, so fit, so strong. If we eat her, perhaps she could join us. Just weaving through the tree line, you hear the crunching of leaf and branch underfoot as it snaps. And at first, you just see these two. The eyes and the features get a little bit closer. And you start to see what look like people, but the way these things moves, it moves like an animal, both of them. And you just see these forms emerge. You've never seen anything like these before. As this winged cat-like creature with a tortured visage of like a human emerge. One with dark grey, sort of navyish fur with black stripes etched across its back, and these haggard-looking bat-like wings, and this long, large, engorged, spiked tail. The other, a red, mud brown with just flecks of white spots all the way up along, and just this long, matted, knotted mane just hanging in a clump from its chin. Long, extended eyelashes and eyebrows just come straight out like feathers almost. The tail sharp-edged and just injected with needle-like spines, and the wings on this one are much, much stronger and even larger. And they present themselves.
Should have let Umbra go first. Fuck. So they've both stepped out?
Yes, yeah. And they sit.
Like blocking my path, I assume?
Yeah, they're blocking the way you came.
Okay. And is the rest of the thing closed off, Jacqueline, all around?
You can see the path, the road that you were on still continues.
Okay.
This is the part, little girl, where you run. And their eyes just light up.
Oh,
And
Jacqueline, I hate you!
the horse just rears straight back up. Give me a strength check. Saving throw. Sorry, strength saving
Strength saving throw.
Strength check.
Check. 22.
You hold on, and the horse just starts galloping. And you just hear and seconds after the horse just starts, it just bursts into a gallop down the road. You hear their claws and their wings beating and the claws scratching and tearing into the dirt. Umbra, Regimond, and Diara. Diara, you don't hear Nulra, but you felt the connection. You felt the message go through, but then it just kind of got stopped.
Something's wrong. She's not answering me.
Oh, she's fine. She's grand.
Umbra's already climbed down off his horse and he's like readying a bow and he's kind of looking around. He's like, okay, well, look, she's probably not back the way we came. So one person go west, one person go north, one person go east, right?
Are you sure we should split up?
No.
Yeah, no.
Well, why don't we all go north, then I'll go east, and then I'll go west together?
He starts looking around. He's like, trekking isn't really my thing, but like, is there any sign of any sort of trace of the tracks, hoof prints from her horse? Anything at all?
There's nothing.
Can he identify the point where they stopped and search that?
Give me an investigation check.
Please find me.
Okay. 15.
You've jumped down from your horse at this point, where you're just searching the area.
Yeah.
As you see, kind of Redmond and Dyer kind of doing the same thing, and just you're not moving out of each other's eyesight yet. You're not. She's just vanished. You're not taking the chance that the other two could disappear at the same time. You follow the tracks as much as you can, Umbra, but it's a dirt road, it's in a wood, and it's covered, so the path here isn't dry. It's not mucky to the point that it's impossible, but you can see the tracks from the warhorse. And then there is a clear line where they just vanish. And it's not just like they were there and then they're gone. There's half a hoof print. And as you kind of squat down to kind of get closer and investigate, there's a strange feeling here. And in your gut, you feel pangs of hunger. There's something here, and it tastes very familiar. And your mouth begins to water. And we will leave chapter 12 there.
What the friggity frack?
I'm too hungover for this. That was uncomfortable, but amazing, Declan.
We started this session being like, do you know what? We'll take it easy. Everyone had a rough night last night. It's fine. We're just going to do something. We're going to see how it goes.
And we saw how it went.
It went great.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks. So normally, guys, we do keep going till 10:30, but I'm just so hungover. I think that's a great place to leave it now. That's great. It's a great place to leave it there.
Don't kill my horse.
That's gonna be like. That's gonna be like.
I need that on a pillow.
Have you found me yet? Am I back in? Send me in, coach. You're gonna be like, actually, sorry, we've lost Nora too.
Thank you to everybody in chat who joined us this evening. To Radius Ulna and Hiwi and Emma is Zero in Fire, whoever that person was, for helping us out with some of those roles at the very, very start. I am Declan, and I have been your Dungeon Master. I was joined this evening by James as a very hungry Umbra, hungry Umbras. Emma as the very secure Redmond.
Very secure.
Eilish as a very horny Diara, apparently, tonight. And Fiona, who was formerly known as Nulra, but we'll have to roll up with the character for her.
You're so mean.
Thank you, as always, for your time this evening. We are D8 Dungeon, a group of tabletop role-playing gamers here in Ireland who just love telling stories and having fun and sharing them with people. And if you liked what you heard this evening, we're back in 2 weeks So that is the 17th of April. And if you'd like to
We're
check
actually
out
back
more...
on Friday.
Oh, we are back on Friday. Yeah, because we're because of all the kind of the support we get over on social media and Patreon and all the other wonderful places. We're kind of doing a little bit of expanding with our schedules and stuff like that. And this Friday, we have a date night. It's a monthly thing. On the 8th of every month, we have a little hangout session. It's open to everybody to come in and join us. We host it over on our Discord. Last time around, we played Jackbox games. We streamed it on Twitch. And we were dating monsters.
That was hot.
And that was see horny there.
Oh, that was horny Eilish.
Oh, sorry. That was blurred lines, really. We are So on Friday we are. I think we're going for visual novels and dating simulators. You know, we'll keep with the whole thing. And the guys are going to be running that for us. Would absolutely love it if you would join us over on Discord. Grab a drink and we just chat and dance, and it's always great fun. And if you've liked what you've seen, it like the show Rise of the Forsaken chapter 13, The Lost Sheep, and that was actually from Mooney's episode, but it's very fitting for all the stuff that's happening to all of you. The wonders of inspiration and a slight hangover.
I didn't use my inspiration.
Oh, gone. You didn't have to. You got some good rolls in there. But we also have a podcast called Romancing the Dungeon. A brand new episode out on Friday. It's a story of 4 heroes on a quest to find true love and messing it up every step of the way.
Sometimes twice in one step.
Yes, sometimes they don't even take a step and it just messes up.
We never mess up anything on our stream.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, I'm going to eat your face. I'm literally going to eat your face. Starting with that face. And we've started a brand new stream on Thursday nights, Saving Grace, a spin-off adventure, a gothic horror exploration. And I bring, if you thought those two creepy manticores were creepy, well, you haven't heard me describe blood sausage, oats, and curds.
Horrifying.
The real horror was in my food description. But it's a brand new adventure steeped in the world of Romancing the Dungeon, following the adventures of the broken lover of Thane Greyline, Grace Stormfield, as she finds herself caught up in the web of the Grey Lady and her plans and for revenge and mending a broken heart. So some very familiar faces in that, along with a brand new member of the D8 Dungeon team, Tendai, playing the very, 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 very annoyed Grace. So we've so much going on these days. It's absolutely brilliant, and we're kicking off a new. We'll be doing some one-shots as well, supporting independent and small publishers with their adventures and their games, and we're hoping to stream those here on Twitch as well. We're very, very looking forward to get our hands into those. So if you are one of them and you want to see us ruin your game, get in touch. If you'd like to DM for us or you'd like us to DM your game, we're happy to do either. And
if you're one of them and you don't want to see us ruin your game, our PayPal is going to be linked in the chat.
right below here. Available in all currencies. Lastly, very, very lastly, we have a affiliate link with the Rook and the Raven. So if you want to get yourself some super sweet, my brain is gone. That's it, I'm done. It's just gone, my brain.
TTRPG stationery / accoutrement.
Yeah, accoutrement. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I just brain freezed on accoutrement. Thank you, Eilish. Yeah, if you are a DM or a player in a tabletop role-playing game and you would like to keep track of your progress, you'd like to plan for your next campaign, and you really want some really cute and cool and very, very functional and totally customizable TTRPG accoutrement, then you should get yours from the Rook and the Raven. Coochie Man, yes. That's actually how you really pronounce it, the Coochie Man. We have a discount code, D8 Dungeon, that you can use over on their website. Gets you 15% off your order, and a little bit of the proceeds go to us as well. So it helps us create more content and do more bits and pieces. But we're not the only people out here doing these things. You should be, and if you have time, please do support other fine TTRPG creators, podcasters, and streamers. Just a very, very quick shout out to our wonderful and sexier friends, Homebrew Quest, the wonderful gang Down Under. Nope. After saying homebrew are sexy and then Down Under, I realize this is tailoring off into a very, very direction. But big shout out to our wonderful friends, Fates Group as well, Roll the Damn Dice, Penny Dragon Games, the podcast. The podcast are kicking off their brand new series very, very soon. So excited to check out what they're at. So do take the time to visit and support these other people if you can. Have I done everything I'm supposed to do? Am I done?
Mm-hmm. Good job. Well done.
Great. Okay, show's over.
Really,
Bye.
like, impressive. No. Hang on. We'll rate someone for.
Oh yeah, we're rating someone. We're rating someone. Who are we rating? You
I'll
get
do
to
next
pick
time.
that.
Ooh.
Hang on.
Ooh.
Let me find out. Who's on
Dara
our
wants to raid Farron's pants anyway.
Jesus God, quick help.
Wow.
Manticore really want to raid Nulra's face.
Bye, friends.
No, I mean, don't do it yet. I've got to do the.
You're still thinking why he's still trying to do the
We're
raid
still
thing.
here. We're still here.
Yeah,
Horny,
I'm still
horny
trying to do-
raid.
oh,
Ben
hang
gets
on.
it. Ben gets it.
I'll cut to the thing and then we'll do the raid. So when you see the credits, stick around.
Stay.
We raid.
Stick around. Yeah, we're not going anywhere yet. We're going to go
Okay.
jump in and support some other
We're
people.
too horny. We're not going anywhere.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm cutting the feed.
Bye.
Emma, you're muted.